you, it stayed from, in our area here in West Kentucky. I mean, it was just wet.
Yes.
I mean, our the river stages stayed almost a record amount of time. I mean, it was way.
Back that up. How when that started in end of November of 2018.
Yeah.
All the way till when? Did you get to catfish at all this year?
I got to go fishing maybe 3 or 4 times.
When was that?
And that was, excuse me, it was later. I mean, it was.
Was it June, July?
It was later than that.
Oh, wow.
It was way, because the river stayed over 40 feet for it was an insane amount of time. I mean, so yeah, I mean, we dealt with a lot of wet weather, and then I know that it looks like we're staying in that pattern.
Sure does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the river here in Paducah is at 40 feet. I think 39 is flood stage, so there's some minor flooding occurring. And it's calling for more rain the next few days. I don't think it's calling for a lot of precipitation, amount-wise, but it's a chance of rain now for the next 3 days.
Right, yeah. So I would call, as far as the weather goes, I just, here we seen a bit of a dry period.
Yes.
We did in, what was it, September?
Yeah, September was one of the hottest and driest Septembers on record. I think it was in the top 5. I want to say it was number 3.
I think, yeah, you're right about that.
But I want to say that was bad timing because for me anyway, I was trying to get food plots in the ground, and I put them in. I got one rain and then didn't get another rain. So my food plots not well. They look withered up and dried.
Yeah, and you were right about that, because that for that, and I know that I've heard other people talking on other podcasts, especially north here, like in the Midwest and stuff, where it really affect them on crops, crops standing during season, and and so it made a big difference, and even get planted because it was just too late. I mean, they couldn't get the crops in the ground. So I know that there was people, affected by that for sure.
Well, I know one of the farms I hunted, they did not get the beans out till halfway through gun season. So,
right.
And that can hurt access. I'm not going to say bean was providing cover for the deer by any means, but for me getting in and out of my stands, it was kind of tough. I could walk right down the middle of a bean field if it was cut, and trying to go navigate them. Well, the way I have to access this property was a little bit difficult for me, where it could have been a lot better and a lot quieter and easier access to come and if the beans had been out of the field. So and then weather-wise, so September was dry and hot. And I want to say after that first week of October, it kind of almost, I'm not going to say it skipped fall, but it was a quick change. It went from hot to almost cool, and we skipped like the 70s and maybe even the upper 60s, which made it better for the hunting, but we never did have that transitional period.
No, it got, and it did kind of like the same thing it did in 18. November was cold. I mean, we had some cold weather. And when did we get that snow? We got a snow there.
It's around the first weekend of gun season here, around 14th or 15th, maybe just a few days after that first gun weekend here in Kentucky. But I remember my rutcation that week I take off before gun season comes in. It was either Halloween. It was Halloween because I remember we moved our trunk or treat inside because it was like 40 and a 20-mile-an-hour wind. No, perfectly. I just remember November 1st, it was mid-20s and a high in the 40s that day, and that was my best day of hunting for the 2019-2020 season. I saw a shooter that morning that we'll talk about later, bird in the hands, bird and two in the bush. I didn't shoot him. And then I saw my target buck that afternoon and couldn't get him within bow range. But that whole first week of November, actually probably a couple weeks in November, it was below normal temperatures.
Well, and that leads into the next subject as far as, November 1st is when my number one target deer got killed.
Yes,
and,
it was.
Yeah. And so, it come in with a bang for sure. And so.
Well, let me just walk through the weather the rest of the year. November was very cool. The first part of December, if I'm not mistaken, Josh, was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then the end of December, I hear that static now. The end of December and from December 20th to January 16th was above normal temperatures for 26-day period, and then it finally got cold at the end of the season. But did you hunt at all in the early season?
I did, yes, because I did hunt right there probably mid-September because I was trying to kill that target deer because I knew he was still in velvet. I knew he was probably fixing a shed. Actually, the day I hunted him is the day I got pictures of him on a camera that was about, 200 yards from where I was at. He just went out the opposite way instead of coming my way.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I did hunt a little bit early season trying to kill that deer, but after that, not much. I probably didn't jump back in until, like you said, until October is when I really started going. So.
Okay. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to wrap this first segment up. When we come back, we're going to talk about some of the experiences we had in the season. Third segment, we're probably going to go into what and how we can apply it next year, and then miscellaneous topics this last segment. But that's going to wrap up the first segment of drawntowildlife.com. Be right back right after this message.
Today's silver investment may triple in price. Gold Wealth Management affirms now is the time to add silver to your wealth accumulation portfolio. Silver is significantly undervalued right now at an 85-to-1 gold purchasing ratio, a 20-year low. Should silver return to its 2011 value, your silver investment today will triple in price. Call Wes Peters now. 866-GLD-SLVR. 866-GLD-SLVR.
Hey guys, it's Mock and Daisy from the Chicks on the Right. We have a brand new podcast, Mock and Daisy's Common Sense Cast. Every week we talk about the issues that matter to us and matter to you too. Everything from parenting and our families to the dangers of social media and the ridiculous trends it's created, like gender reveal parties and promposals. It's a little bit of everything, because if we really want to make America great again, we need to start in our own homes. Find out more by going to our website, chicksontheright.com, or start listening on the Apple Podcast app or your favorite podcasting platform.
This is your Tech It Out Minute with Mark Saltzman, brought to you by Asus.
One of the best things about the internet is the ability to connect sellers and buyers. And Facebook has made both buying and selling super easy with Facebook Marketplace. So just how easy is it to buy? We asked Deborah Liu, VP of Marketplace at Facebook.
So you come to Facebook and you go to the Marketplace tab and you search for whatever you want. We also suggest really interesting things near you. You can filter by distance and price, and then you just message the seller to arrange to buy.
And what about selling?
Yeah, so what we do is click the sell button, you snap a photo, put in a good description, and then name your price, and it will be shown to people around you.
It's that easy. You make it sound really
that
simple.
easy, and it only takes a few minutes. In fact, what's really interesting is people can communicate with you through Messenger, and you never have to leave Facebook and Messenger or download a separate app.
Go to facebook.com/marketplace to check it out.
That was your Tech It Out Minute, brought to you by Asus.
With your Mayo Clinic Radio Health Minute, I'm Jeff Olson.
If people want to look at how much sugar is in soda, they should take a teaspoon, and in one 20-ounce soda, there's 17 teaspoons of sugar. Nobody would eat that much sugar, but they are in liquid form when they consume soda.
And research from the National Center for Health Statistics says almost 2/3 of boys and girls consume at least one sugar-sweetened beverage on a given day. Some drink more, and the drinks come with downsides. Mayo Clinic's Dr. Donald Hensrud says sugar contributes empty calories that provide almost no nutrients.
It can cause cavities. Also, it causes a little bit of inflammation in the body. That's a little bit more subtle.
And Dr. Hensrud says these beverages keep kids from reaching for other drinks that do offer nutritional value. Dr. Hensrud recommends setting limits on sugary drinks and considering alternatives like milk or carbonated water with a calorie-free flavoring. And
good old water is the best.
For more information, talk with your doctor or visit mayoclinic.org.
It's time for Lady Argo basketball on KINX. Brought to you by these sponsors: Howard's Pizza, Celtic Cowboy, Taco John's with 2 locations to serve you, Rocky Mountain Portables, the Max Casino, McDonald's with 3 locations in Great Falls, Cascade Farmers Mutual Insurance, the Clubhouse in Fort Benton, Ox and Sons Towing. Let's go courtside on KINX 102.7 FM.
Yeah, welcome everyone to the McLaughlin Center here on the campus of the University of Providence. Here, the Lady Argos get ready to take their 12-10 overall record, 4-5 in the Conference Frontier League, up against the Lewis Clark State Lady Warriors at 14-5 overall and 6-3 in the league. Speaking of that, we had a chance to visit with very own head coach Lady Argo, Bill Himmelberg. We had a chance to visit with him regarding what exactly they have to look forward to coming up this evening. We're going to be visiting with him in just a moment. Plus, coming up in a moment, we'll bring you up to date on some of the action that took place earlier today when it comes to the Lady Cats upsetting the Lady Grizz on the Lady Grizz home court in the Adams Fieldhouse. That, incidentally, at Dahlberg Arena in the Garden City, Missoula, earlier this afternoon. The men will play it tonight. We'll talk, like I say, more about that overtime victory in just a moment. Back after this timeout.
Bison Ford's year-end sell-down event was such an overwhelming success, they're continuing it one more month. Come to Bison Ford and save money. Save Ford 150 4x4 XLT. That's 26% off at Bison Ford, where the 2019 model year-end sell-down event is still going strong. Bison Ford, doing it right since 1937. Price includes all Ford rebates and dealer discount, including Ford credit cash of $750 and trade-in assistance bonus cash of $500. Not all customers will qualify. See dealer for details. Stock number 6505. Sale ends 1/31/20.
At Big O Tires, our stores are run by local owners. Local owners who make it their mission to provide professional, trustworthy service. Local owners who take pride in getting to know their local. They've been at it for years, selling the best tires in the business, keeping your car on the road, and you safely behind the wheel. It's kind of their thing. Experience it for yourself. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Big O Tires next to Boston's Restaurant and Sports Bar.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Lady Argo matchup between the Lady Warriors of Lewis Clark State. Had a chance to visit with head coach Bill Himmelberg. Here's what he had to say earlier today.
Welcome back, everyone, to the McLaughlin Center, home of the Lady Argos. We're visiting now with head coach Bill Himmelberg. And, Coach, let's first of all talk about the competition in the Frontier League. Looked like you played some really close games throughout the last 4 or 5.
Yeah, I thought we played a lot better lately. We've lost 5 games by less than 6 points. So, every game in the Frontier is tough, and tough one last night. I thought we came away really well. I thought we controlled the game. So tonight we got to do a lot of the same, control the game.
So what do you think the difference is when it comes down to the final minute or so and you're still in the ball game? Is it composure? Is it shooting percentage? What do you think it is?
We just got to defend and follow the game plan and make some baskets. Our girls need to make plays. We had a chance to make a play in 3 of the games, and we didn't make a play, and the other team did. So it's just a matter of us making a play down the stretch. I thought we did that yesterday real well, but Northern real well, so now we got to do that again tonight.
Now, you played this team you're facing here tonight to a 1-point loss, but that was on the road. What do you think the difference was there as opposed to tonight then?
Yeah, we had them at the end. We were up by 4 with 16 seconds left to go. Made a few mistakes down the stretch, and they got us. So we got to do a good job in transition today. We can't give a bunch of transition points. We got to make sure we just keep them in front, don't give them wide open threes, and contest their shots. Make them take tough contested shots over us. We think we'll be in pretty good shape.
It looks as though that there's a few players that are not going to be suiting up tonight. Were they in the ball game the first time the two teams met?
For us?
Yeah, it looks as though you've got Schmitz, for instance, is all wrapped up on the right ankle or the knee.
Yeah, Molly's out. She played a little bit last time for us, so we'll miss her. But we got everybody else, so it should be a solid performance for us tonight.
All right, want to wish you the best of luck, Coach. It's a big one tonight.
All right, yep, it is. We got to get it done, so thank you.
All right, that's head coach Bill Himmelberg of the Lady Argos of the University of Providence. We're going to take a 3-minute break. When we come back following the national anthem, we'll have your starting lineups between these two ball clubs as we get ready for some Frontier Conference action in just moments from now. Stick around on a windy Saturday evening as we get ready for some slam, and we're not talking about the shingles coming off the roof. We'll be back in 3 minutes with your program show as the Benefits Health System Game of the Week continues on News Talk 1450 KQDI after this timeout.
At Benefis Sletten Cancer Institute, our focus is your fight and what you're fighting to get back to. And we're here to fight alongside you every step of the way, from screening through survivorship. At Benefice, we're proud to stay on the cutting edge of care so our neighbors, family, and friends can get world-class cancer treatments close to home. A tradition of advanced care. Learn more at benefice.org.
Hi, I'm Melissa Dascoulias, broker-owner of Dascoulias Realty Group here in Great Falls, Montana.
Dascouli what?
Dascoulias Realty Group.
Oh, like that's cooliest.
Right, that's cool with Dascoulias. If you have any real estate needs or are looking to buy or sell, reach out to myself or one of my fabulous team members or find us at thesingingrealestateagent.com. Well, I'm the singing real estate agent, bringing harmony to your real estate needs.
The fans are in their seats. The game is just about to begin. But wait, you can't make it to the game? Then go online to playonsports.com for Great Falls High and CMR games streamed across the state and around the world. Now friends and relatives that live across the state or around the world can watch all the action on the live stream. Star Radio in cooperation with the Great Falls Public Schools, keeping fans and communities connected. To subscribe, go to playonsports.com.
Hello, I'm Pam Nominson with Nominson Insurance. You may remember my dad since he started the agency 40 years ago. Through the years, Dad has always given me words of wisdom. In reality, all we have to give is a piece of paper and a promise. The paper being the contract, and the promise is to take care of people with home, auto, and life insurance. Yes, times have changed, but our promise hasn't. Call us at 452-8588 or stop by and visit us across from Dairy Queen on 10th.
Want to make your home a more comfortable place but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, they'll show you our full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits into your home budget. Because in this economy, who couldn't use a little more comfort? Carrier. Turn to the experts.
For over 30 years of commitment to Carrier, contact A.T. Clemens for a free estimate. 452-9541.
Fort Benson, where the West was born. With so much history to see, you're going to need a break. Visit the Clubhouse, a delicious local hotspot where all the best games, drinks, and food come together in one comfortable, low-key sports bar. Sit back and enjoy an ice-cold drink. Take a bite out of a Reuben, French dip, or a juicy burger. Just few of the local favorites. Take advantage of 2-for-1 drink specials, happy hour, and lunch specials. Weekdays at the Clubhouse in Fort Benson, where everyone is treated like a local.
Welcome back, everyone, to the McLaughlin Center, home of the Lady Argos, here on the campus of the Lady Argos of the University of Providence. Let's take a look at the starting lineups tonight. First of all, for head coach Brian Orr in his 19th season. He incidentally graduated from Montana State Billings, and he'll start Peyton Souvenir. Souvenir, by the way, is a 5'8" junior who wears number 3. Number 11, Jansen Edmondson, will also start, the 5'9" junior. The 5'10" senior, number 14, is Jamie Nielsen. We'll see what kind of a rating she's going to get this evening. Abby Johnson's a 6'2" junior, wears number 20 on the jersey. And rounding out the starting 5 for the University of Lewis Clark State will be number 23, Kiera Burlong. Burlong, incidentally, is a 6-foot junior. Now, turning our attention, well, as I should say, turning our attention now to the assistant of head coach Bill Orr. He's assisted by Kaylin Orlandi. And to start things off, 24 and 32. Let's get the starting lineups. Emily Maldonado, 5'5" junior. Number 3. Number 4 is Jenna Randich, 5'7" senior. Kennedy Cartwright's a 5'11" sophomore. The 5'11" sophomore wears number 23. Number 24 is Parker Esrae. Esrae, incidentally, is a 6'1" junior. And Bailey Cartwright has a chance to hit 1,000 points tonight. She is 15 points away from the 1,000 point mark. She's a 6'1" senior who wears number 32. Head coach Bill Himmelberg is assisted by Crystal Smith. As we go center circle, there's the official whistle. And the ball up in the air, tip controlled by the Lady Argos of Providence. UP, by the way, wearing their traveling jerseys. They're top to bottom dark blue with that fluorescent green Seattle Seahawk look to it. along with white letters. Meanwhile, the Lewis Clark State College Lady Warriors come up with a steal on the first turnover put on by UP. In case you're watching this, by the way, on the University of Providence website, they're top to bottom whites with that dark blue and red trim. Swinging around the horseshoe, Edmonston tries to drive the lane, but she's cut off. We're just barely underway in quarter number 1. And each team now has had a single possession. We're scoreless, trying to dribble and drive. Inside the lane is Johnson. She's cut off. The shot clock down to 5. She's got to give it up to Edmonston. And Edmonston with a reverse layup up and in. So Jansen knocks down the first 2. And the Lady Argos find themselves down by a bucket with the ball and a turnover. Looking inside to Ezra. Swinging around the horseshoe now to Randich. Randich top side now for UP. Looking down low to Bailey Cartwright. Pump fake up off the glass, and no, it won't go. Ball tipped out in front court. Here comes Souvenir. Souvenir down court with a one-handed dribble, left side. Feeds it right wing, goes over to Edmonston for a three-pointer. Back of the rim, not in. Ball tipped around. Volleyball up, and finally someone comes down with it. And it's Kennedy. Kennedy now for the Lady Argos. Outlet pass. She'll swing over to Maldonado, who's being asked to come out front and hold it as they work against that 2-3 zone shift defense. Almost 3 o'clock at the top. Could be a one sagging 2-2 zone defense. Randich from the corner, three-pointer. Rims out, no good. Fought for on the floor. Tipped around. Finally, Lewis Clark comes up. Lady Warriors will have with it. We're just underway, and it's 2-0 Lady Warriors out of Lewis Clark State. They come in right there at 6-3 in the Frontier Conference, just a couple of games above the University of Providence. And when it comes to
Great Falls has 3 locations to serve you, and now with the newest McDonald's on the west side, it is a perfect location to keep you fed while attending your favorite sporting event. If breakfast is what you want, you can get it anytime, day or night at McDonald's. Looking for a job? Stop at any of the 3 McDonald's locations and check in with starting pay starting at $9.50 per hour. McDonald's in Great Falls, proud supporters of the sporting events, and would like to welcome you into the city as you participate in your sporting endeavors. McDonald's in Great Falls with 3 locations to serve you. We're loving it. You've been working all day and you're meeting friends. Take it to the max.
The Max Sports Bar and Casino is the place to be for happy hour from 4 to 7 every night of the week. 4 to 7? Now that's a happy hour you can take advantage of with multiple drink and appetizer specials, or test your luck on any of their gaming machines. Enjoy happy hour from 4 to 7 or watch your favorite sporting event. All this and more at the home of the 45-cent wings, only at the Max Sports Bar and Casino inside the Heritage Inn.
Take it to the max.
Great Falls College, MSU, where it all begins. 3.5 million. That's the number of unfilled cybersecurity jobs worldwide by 2021. Great Falls College, MSU is the place that can train you for one of the most important jobs in the IT industry, protecting against cyber threats. GFC MSU is flexible and affordable, and with 1- and 2-year degrees, it's where you'll finish faster so you can get out of college and into the workforce. Find out where it all begins. Visit gfcmsu.edu.
Welcome back, everyone. Courtside here on the campus of the University of Providence. Lady Argos find themselves down 7-0 after a Burlage three-pointer. She's got a deuce, that 6-foot junior for Lewis Clark State College. The Lady Warriors lead at 7-0, 7:04 left to play here in the first quarter. I'd like to welcome aboard all of those listening in KOZE. That's right, Cozy. Out of Lewis tonight, home of the Lewis Clark State College, up and in by Parker Ezra. She drops down the deuce, so the Lady Argos are on the board. They're down by 5, and here comes Souvenir. She's down court in a hurry. Feeds off to Nielsen, who touches it for the first time here tonight. She's going to hand off for a three-pointer. Bingo! By Edmonston. Edmonston and Burlage each have a deuce and a tray. They need the one to yell Yahtzee, but they've really lit up the scoreboard. Lady Argos down by 8, feeding inside to Ezra. Had she nice give and go, and Ezra with the first couple of field goals now for the Lady Argos. UP down 10-6 with the ball. Lady Warriors haven't stolen away. That's their first turnover here tonight. That was stolen away that time by Bailey. Bailey Cartwright feeds over to Kennedy. She breaks toward the hoop. Double team off. Nope, gets it off the glass and in. Bailey Cartwright now just 13 points away from getting herself to that 15-point mark she needs for 1,000 career points in college. Edmiston drives the lane, and what a nice dribble and drive off the left side lane. Edmiston now with 7 of the 12. Lady Argos down 12-6, 5:43 remaining in the first quarter. On the left side wing, there's Maldonado. Sees the floor journal, gives it up to Ezra. Ezra posting up high. Now she goes to Kennedy for a three-pointer. It's a low flyer, almost like a line drive softball down the center field line. And then here comes Lewis Clark State. Lady Warriors out in front court, three-pointer, but no, a traveling called before she stepped inside the three was Kiera Burlong. And at the 5:25 mark here in the first quarter, Lady Argos will get the second turnover in a row for Lewis Clark State. Remember the Lady Argos coming off that loss against Lewis Clark State in a tight one, 61-60 after being up by 4 with 16 seconds remaining. Now in the ball game, looks like it's Reed Hazard. Feeds inside to Bailey. Bailey up, but no, won't go. Whistler to foul on the rebound, and it's going to go the other way. That time, I believe Ezra picked up her first whistle. And no, it is number 2. Actually, it's number 1 on Bailey Cartwright. Team-wise, it's foul number 2 here in this quarter. Lewis Clark State Lady Warriors have it. Nice little one-handed pass on the left side wing as they go to Edmiston. Tries to break toward the middle with a give and go, and there's a whistle and a foul on the go. She didn't get the ball to fall, but she got the call. At the free throw line will be Kiera Burlage, the 6-foot junior. And we've got a timeout on the floor. It is a media timeout. Let's take the break. Up at the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard, 4:57 remaining in the first. Lady Warriors 12, Lady Argos 6. Back in 60 after this timeout.
Think about it. Caesar Saturdays with college football. Champagne Sundays with NFL games. Margarita Mondays with homemade mix. Not your average casino. It's the Cash Out Casino. The one that's well lit, safe, and secure. Don't just go gamble. Go for the experience. Demand more from your gaming experience. Cash Out Casino, 1308 10th Avenue South.
Do you have a Class A or Class B CDL license, like to help people, and are looking for a rewarding job with a growing team? Then look no further than the strength and reliability of an Ox. Ox & Son Towing and Recovery is looking for the right CDL towing and transport driver to join their team. Knowledge of the industry is a plus, but is not needed. CDL is a must. They are willing to train the right applicant. Call Ox with Ox & Son Towing at 406-868-4142 for information.
Welcome back, everyone, to the McLaughlin Center, home of the Argos. The University of Providence Lady Argos and men will be playing this evening. It's a doubleheader Saturday night, and what a windy one it's been where you want to come inside and calm down. Yeah, pull out the Taylor Swift. You just got to calm down today. So many shingles have been blown away that I would imagine the roofing companies are going to have a heyday over the next 2 to 3 months. Shots up, shots in by Burlonge for Lewis Clark State, and she's got the complete sequence, the 1, the 2, and the 3. This one also on its way by Burlonge for Lewis Clark State, and she makes it 14-6, largest lead of either team, and it's all been the Lady Warriors. Lady Argos with the ball. Here comes Hazard across the 10-second ticker, facing the sagging man-to-man. It looks like a 1-2-2 zone, but it's really just a sagging man-to-man as they all match up when they crisscross across the screen inside the lane. Driving the lane, lays it up, but in that time is Randich. Randich went across the double screen inside the middle, and she got that one to go. Here comes Souvenir now, trying to work it down inside the lane with a turnaround jump shot by Nielsen. Comes up a little bit short. Randich at the other end comes up with a DB. Runs it down court Hazard. Here comes UP. Tries to penetrate, back to Randich. Open 3 look, and no, it won't fall. Rebound, though, in the ball game is Ellie Teskey, the 6-foot junior. She gets her first offensive board in 2 weeks. Rims out, no good that time by Hazard. Nice little pull-up jumper. So there's only been one time we've got below 7 seconds on the shot clock because both teams are running down in a hurry. Popping from left side wing, it won't go. Ball on the floor and out of bounds. They're going to say it's still Lady Warriors basketball. Lewis Clark State will inbound. Substitution. Here comes the native, Kirsten Pimperton. She's a native of Central Montana, right out of Belt, otherwise known as East Great Falls. Inbound, Lewis Clark State, baseline. Souvenir tries to kick it out in front court. She'll go to Berlange, and we've got a whistle to foul away from the ball. Could be on a screen away. And we'll have to wait and see what the call is. Stops the clock at 3:54 here in the first. Lady Argos down by 6, 14-8. It is the second personal foul. Nope, they haven't put it up on the scoreboard as of yet, correct. The Lady Argos will have it on the third team foul put up by UP. Now we've got a whistle and a foul on the floor again away from the ball on the inbound. And that's team foul number 4 against the University of Providence. That's the first personal, incidentally, on Kirsten Pimperton, who just came in. Again, trying to inbound. Now we get a whistle and a foul on the screen out front by Jamie Nielsen. Nielsen picks up personal foul number 1, team foul number 2, as she was trying to set the screen and break one of the players free. So now here comes UP. University of Providence down by 6, 14-8. They get to lead in this ball game. Swing pass from Teskey on the left side to Pimperton. Finds Maldonado, but she's quickly double teamed. Now in the corner is Bailey Cartwright, three-pointer. Nah. Catches iron, then it doesn't go. So 3:34 remaining here in the first. Here comes Lewis Clark State. Lady Warriors on the run. It's Souvenir. Nice little mid-range jumper from the free throw line. Rebound, though, goes to Berlage. Lewis Clark State with possession. She launches literally from the three-point wing in the corner, and it goes to the other side. Maldonado gets it down now for UP. Lady Argos with the ball, down by 6, 14-8. Setting the screen, going inside, pull-up jump shot, Pimperton, pow! The Pimperton pow draws within 4, 14-10. Lady Warriors already on the attack. Giving it up to Edmiston. She's going to penetrate. She's going to be cut off by Hazard. Now looking for the get-go, nothing there. She'll hand off, wait for Souvenir. Shot clock now to 15 as Souvenir drives the lane, lays it up underhanded, left-handed. How does that work? And once again, the Lady Warriors up by 6, 16-10. Ball to the 4, fought 4, and picked up by Lewis Clark State. Here come the Lady Warriors. Swing pass left side wing. Edmiston three-pointer. Way off the mark. Almost out of bounds. Running for, jump for, saved, and jump ball is the call. 2:28 remaining here in the first quarter. Lewis Clark State will substitute 3. Here comes your 5-card draw poker hand. Lewis Clark State takes 3. UP East takes 1. Substituting in the ball game. Finally, it's A.B. Farmer, 5'10" sophomore, gets it in play. Kicks it out in front court. She'll go to Berland. Berland, one of the 3 that came in. She's held up front court, got to get rid of it, and finally does so, but it's taken away by Hazard. UP Hazard, here come the Lady Argos. Maldonado, quick move, pull-up jumper, no. Kicks it out in front court as UP resets. Lewis Clark State got back in a hurry and beat the Argos, Lady Argos, on that transition. Shot clock down to 15. Maldonado, swing pass Pimperton. Pump fake 3, now takes the three-pointer. Long distance AT&T call, and it was intercepted. No, picked up, loosed up Maldonado. She draws fire from the left wing. It won't go. Hazard with an offensive rebound, but she won't put it back up. Had a really nice look. That resets the clock to 20. UP will set it around the horseshoe. We're down to 1:38 on the game clock. Now Hazard open for a tray. No, won't go. Rebound tipped around, and UP will lose it. As they fought for it, here come the Lady Warriors. Farmer on the dribble. Hands off. She'll go up to Johnson. That's Abby Johnson. Dribbles inside the lane. There's Maheliusud, and she'll take the show. Mahelhausen, the 6'3" freshman, will take a nice little 4-footer, but it comes up a little bit short, which is kind of an oxymoron. A short shot by the 6'3" freshman. Maldonado, she's wide open three-pointer. No, rims out. UP right now with no trays on the day, but then again, it's early. And a whistle and a foul away from the ball. Looks like it's going against the Lady Argos, and it is. And it could be number 2 on Pimperton. No, it's number 1 on Cartwright.
you need a place to stay like home and away. Place where you can just unwind.
Eating out when you travel can really be expensive, but the rooms at Staybridge Suites all have fully equipped kitchens, so you can make whatever you like, whenever you like. This is huge, people. Staybridge Suites, hugely different. Visit StaybridgeSuites.com/GreatFallsMT and book your next room to savings.
Staybridge Suites, your home on the road.
Real pizza starts with real food. Howard's Pizza Hut, Howard's Pizza. Tonight everybody's in the mood for Howard's Pizza Hut, Howard's Pizza. Dine in, take out, delivery. We do a little more just to make sure your pizza's hot. We bring the whole oven to your door. Real pizza starts with real food. Howard's Pizza Hut, Howard's Pizza. We bring the power of Howard's Pizza.
Welcome back, everyone. 27.7 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Lady Warriors lead at 18-10, just gave it up again. Lady Argos have the ball. Final 25 of the clock as Maldonado hits the 10-second line at midcourt. Holds it up. Shot clock is turned off. Looks up at the game clock, finds that's down to 16. Nobody's coming out to guard her, so she just hangs on tight. Now steps toward the three-point line as we're down to 10. Works it left side wing. Feeds it over to Harn. Harn, the finishman for Mom. And we got a whistle and a foul away from the ball. As trying to set the screen is Bailey Cartwright. And that's team foul, I believe, number 3 against the Lady Warriors. The Lady Warriors with 6.1 remaining in the quarter. Harn slapping the ball near midcourt. UP tries to break. They're going to go to Kennedy Cartwright. Her jump shot from the free throw line doesn't go. Final 2 seconds. 1 second. Half-court shot by the Lady Warriors. Oh, hits the front of the rim. We're going to take a 60-second break. When we come back, your second quarter up at the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. Lady Warriors 18, Lady Argos 10. Back in 60 after this timeout.
Yay, it's coming! My favorite time of year, winter! Seriously, though, I am more prepared this year than ever. I went to Anderson Glass Doors and Windows. They set me up with these energy-efficient windows and this beautiful entry door, so no matter how bad it gets outside, I know my home will be warm and comfortable. So I say, winter, ha-ha! Give me your best shot.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall, one call does it all. 453-5755. That's 453-5755. Anderson Glass Doors and Windows, 624 3rd Street South.
Bison Ford's year-end sell-down event was such an overwhelming success, they're continuing it one more month. Come to Bison Ford and save money. Save $14,000 off a brand-new Ford F-150 4x4 XLT. That's 26% off at Bison Ford, where the 2019 model year-end sell-down event is still going strong. Bison Ford, doing it right since 1937. Price includes all Ford rebates and dealer discount, including Ford credit cash of $750 and trade-in assistant bonus cash of $500. Not all customers will qualify. See dealer for details. Stock number 6505. Sale ends 1/31/20.
At Big O Tires, our stores are run by local owners. Local owners who make it their mission to provide professional, trustworthy service. Local owners who take pride in getting to know their local customers. They've been at it for years, selling the best tires in the business, keeping your car on the road, and you safely behind the wheel. It's kind of their thing. Experience it for yourself. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Big O Tires next to Boston's Restaurant and Sports Bar.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter. That's right, 4 quarters of 10 minutes each as opposed to 2 20s. The ladies versus the men. The Lady Argos find them down 18-10 here at the end of one with possession. University of Providence with the ball. Out front court, that's Kennedy Cartwright. She's 0 from 1 from three-point range. Gets the give and go. Takes the screen from Ezra. Puts the shot up and it won't fall. Rebound, Lewis Clark State. Lady Warriors on the one. They love to push it. Here comes Souvenir. Alley-oop pass. No, thrown behind her, so it's stolen away by Maldonado. So Lewis Clark State opens up with a turnover. Their first possession here in the second quarter. UP has gotten no closer than 6, by the way, after being down 7-0. Berlin has the missed shot taken, but not making by UP. Lady Warriors have the ball early on, second quarter, up 18-10 as they work it around the horseshoe. Finally a give to Sikora. Sikora's underneath the bucket with a bank shot right up against Bailey Cartwright and got it to fall. Alexis Sikora, incidentally, is a 5'9" sophomore. Just into the second quarter. There's Kennedy. When Kennedy and Bailey, the Cartwright sisters, are out there on the floor, we go first name only. So just remember that. That's the good sign. As Lewis Clark State shifting with a 2-3 zone defense, facing the Lady Argos to shoot the long ball. I know chicks love the long ball, but not when they're forced to. And right now, another three-pointer didn't go their way. UP gave up possession. Lewis Clark State with the ball. And a 10-point lead, their largest so far, up 20-10. Breaking toward the hoop is Berland, and Berland gets a nice little hop stump against Kennedy Cartwright, and that Hannah Berland shot draws a timeout early in the second quarter by head coach Bill Himmelberg. Up at the Belt Vaudeville scoreboard, Lady Warriors 22, Lady Argos 10, back in 60 with more after this timeout.
At Benefis Sletton Cancer Institute, our focus is your fight and what you're fighting to get back to. And we're here to fight alongside you every step of the way, from screening through survivorship. At Benefis, we're proud to stay on the cutting edge of care so our neighbors, family, and friends can get world-class cancer treatments close to home. A tradition of advanced care. Learn more at benefis.org.
Hi, I'm Melissa Dascoulias, broker-owner of Dascoulias Realty Group here in Great Falls, Montana.
Dascouli what?
Dascoulias Realty Group.
Oh, like that's cooliest.
Right, that's cool with Dascoulias. If you have any real estate needs or are looking to buy or sell, reach out to myself or one of my fabulous team members or find us at thesingingrealestateagent.com. Well, I'm the singing real estate agent, bringing harmony to your real estate needs.
Head coach Bill Himmelberg having to be regrouping his Lady Argos as they've let things slip away on defense. Not so much that they're taking bad shots, they're just not falling. They're used to taking from three-point range with an open look, and especially even if there's more than 15 to 20 seconds on the shot clock. If they can get the ball down court, couple of 2-3 passes, open look, boom, go for it, got the green light. But they just haven't been falling, regardless of whether it's the 2-3 defense, the 2-3 zone defense, or the sagging man-to-man put on by the Lady Warriors. Argos with the ball. Lady Argos, 8-4, make that 8-12 up to play here in the first half. Second quarter action. Shot clock down to 12. They feed it inside to Parker Ezra. She splits the seams, but too much on it. She put too much on it, goes over to the right side of the rim, and they're, of course, waiting because they were one of the seams, and that is A.B. Farmer. Lady Warriors with the ball. Swinging around the horseshoe, right side now to Sikora. Sikora already at a 2. Feeds it top side to Burlong. Burlong, three-pointer, bingo! Berlagi, her second tray, and all of a sudden, it's a wide-open ball game. Lady Argos down 15-10 as Ezra drives in. Ezra, triple team, kicks it back out. Maldonado steps to the free throw line, pumps from there, rims out, no good. Race for it on the offensive board, but it's taken away. Lady Warriors. Down court in a hurry. Farmer breaks it loose, won't fall. Rebound goes inside the lane, up and in by Jamie Nielsen. Nielsen right there with an offensive putback. As now all of a sudden Lady Argos are down by 17, 27-10. Maldonado sets for a three-pointer, but no, too much on it. Catches the backside of the rim. Off and running, here comes Berland. Down court, and it's coming up short, a little bit short that time by Sikora. Lady Argos get away with something there, as that was a rare miss on a layup. Hazard with the ball, feeding it to Ezra. Ezra lays it up off the glass. Finally got a nice look here in the second quarter, and she's trying to at least slow the bleeding down. Shots up, not good. That time by Lewis Clark State. They took the first open look by Berland. Nobody else was down there. She was alone at three-point range. Lady Argos hustling down court, cross-court pass over to Hazard. Hazard, Ezra working around the arc. Maldonado. That leaves Randich open for a three-pointer, but it's off the back of the rim. Comes right into the hands of the Lady Warriors. Berland. She'll bring it down court. Only this time she'll let the team catch up. Lady Warriors up 27-12. 6:08 remaining here in the half. Second quarter action. Feed down low to Sikora, and Sikora has a stolen away tip from behind. Nice little pickpocket that time by Kennedy. And she will give off now to Maldonado. Lady Argos with the ball, down by 15. Around the left wing, Hazard open, draws a double team. Now to Randich, who just missed her last 2 threes. Randich feeds off to Hazard, inside the lane to Bailey. Bailey gets underneath everybody. Bailey Cartwright drops in her first 2 for real. Now she's 13 points away from 1,000. Long pass down court, and to answer that one was Berlagi. Berlagi, with one long pass, answered the easy lay-in. 5:22 on the clock. 15-point difference. Lady Argos trying to chip away, but Lady Warriors have an answer as Esre puts up the left-hander, and it came up a little bit short. Tried to get a nice move inside the lane. The great defense and position on the defensive board put on by the Lady Warriors. Here comes Nielsen. Clock down to 5:02. Inside to Berlagi. She'll kick it out right wing as she finds Berland open. Back to Berlagi. Inside the lane on a nice give and go that time by Souvenir. Or check that, that was Sikora. Sikora picks up another field goal, again on another give and go, nice double screen lay-in. So if it isn't raining threes, it's easy layups. Lady Argos down by 17, 31-14. Hazard open for a three-pointer from the wing, bingo! Reed Hazard, 5'10" sophomore out of Portland, Oregon. Cracks the whip, first three and the first field goal as both teams get ready to send in some fresh legs on the next whistle. Shot clock down to 16. The longest it's gotten down is 12 for the Lady Warriors. As Randich goes down, but I think Bailey Kennedy picked up her second whistle. Let's wait and see what they fall, or I should say they call. And that's the next whistle, so here comes the 3 in for UP. 5 fresh sets of legs in. Everybody gets a Gatorade break. That's been out there on the court for the Lady Warriors. That's the second person to foul, incidentally, on Bailey Cartwright, number 2. Free throw line is Berlagi. Shots up, shots in. Berlagi, 2 for 2 at the free throw line. She'll get one more. That's the first team foul here in the second quarter for the Lady Argos of the University of Providence. Free throw line, Berlagi. 6-foot junior out of Columbia Falls, Montana. That's right, just south of the Electric City. The 6-foot junior picks up number 2 on the free throw line. She's got a great game going so far. Gives the Lady Warriors a 16-point lead, up 33-17 with 4:08 remaining here in the half. Second quarter action. Swing pass over to Pemberton. Pemberton's already played, gives off to Bailey. Bailey Cartwright hop step inside the lane. She'll draw a whistle and a foul on the floor on the penetration. And it'll be Lady Argo basketball underneath their own bucket. That, incidentally, is the first team foul against the Lady Warriors of Lewis Clark State. There's the slap of the ball, comes into Bailey. Bailey topside now to Maldonado. Pump fake on the inside look to Bailey. Bailey's got to get out before 3 seconds. Now it gets a tour. Takes a couple of dribbles and a whistle with a foul, and they're going to say jump ball. No foul, jump ball. Possession arrow puts it right in the hand of the Lady Warriors. So Lewis Clark State comes up with possession. And a nice defensive move that time by Abby Johnson, the 6'2 junior out of Kashmir, Washington. Lady Warriors with the ball. Oh, there's Kashmir, otherwise known as Abby Johnson. Launches a 3, but it's not there. Here comes Providence. UP down court, Maldonado. She'll kick it around the horseshoe. Pemberton open for a 3-pointer. Bingo! Pemberton hits her first 3, second field goal. The 5'5" junior out of Belt, Montana. And she gets the steal at the other end. Here comes Maldonado. Maldonado now from Providence across the 10-second line on the far side. 3:12 on the clock. As the clock winds down to the 3:10 to Yuma, they work it around the horseshoe. Pemberton looks inside to Bailey. Bailey cracks it out in front court. Goes to Kennedy. Kennedy, pump fake. Pemberton, NBA 3, no, into Bailey. Bailey off the glass, and no, she'll be at the free throw line shooting 2. Bailey Cartwright, 6'1" senior out of Pasco, Washington. I believe that's at least close to the Tri-Cities, if not one of the 3. 2-shot foul off of Sarah Mahelhausen. It's up, but it's not in by Bailey Cartwright. She's knowing that she's just 15 points away from 1,000 college career points. That puts a little bit extra pressure when you know they're about to go in. This one up, and this one drops in. Swish for 1 of 2. Yeah, Sarah Mahelhausen will come out of the ballgame now, the 6'3" freshman out of Hayden, Idaho. And she comes out with 1 personal foul. She'll head to the Gatorade break and then relax. Here comes Souvenir. Ball tipped into the hands, down low. It was tipped into the hands of Berlagi, but she can't hold on to it. And here comes UP. Providence down court. Lady Argos down by 12, 33-21. Feed over to Bailey, but it's knocked out of her hands. Nice little deflection that time by Souvenir. As Lewis Clark State in that 2-3 zone defense quick hands and quick feet. Here comes a three-pointer, bingo! By Schroeder. Schroeder's in the ball game. Rachel Schroeder out of Post Falls, Idaho. The 5'8 freshman knocked down about a 20-footer. Swinging around the arc, Bailey. Bailey, Pipperton, she wants to answer. Back of the rim, follows her shot, and can't get her own rebound. Stolen away by Souvenir. Lady Warriors, and she'll stop, drop, but it won't pop in. One shot, that's it. Maldonado now for the Lady Argos. Under 2 left to play here in the first half, second quarter. Pipperton 1 for 2 from three-point range in this quarter. We'll give it up now to Kennedy. Kennedy wants to work it. Kicked out of bounds by Lewis Clark State. So it'll be Lady Argo basketball on the far side. Most likely deep in the corner. No, they're going to say baseline. Here comes the freshman phenom now in for the senior. And that's Brooklyn Harn in for Bailey Cartwright on the UP side. 1:51 remaining. Kennedy Cartwright slapping the ball. Looks out to Harn, goes to Maldonado on deep in the corner. Maldonado dribbles the top side right around the shoehorn. Feeds it in, feeds it out. Goes to Kennedy Cartwright, and three-pointer bingo! Kennedy Cartwright once again draws it within 12, 36-24. Lady Warriors with the ball. 1:34 remaining here in the second. She'll feed it up right side to Johnson. Johnson around the shoehorn left. No, open for a three-pointer. Bingo! Wow, what a southpaw three by Peyton Souvenir. So both teams battle it from the outside as well. Now we're going to whistle at a foul on the screen with 1:16 on the clock. And it'll be a blocking foul against the Lady Warriors of Lewis Clark State College. And it is number 1 on number 3. Souvenir will pick up her first team foul number 3 now as Pimperton comes out for UP. Randich back in for the Lady Argos. And now it looks like Schroeder is getting a rest. And getting herself her first, Madeline Weaver. Madeline Weaver, 5'5" freshman out of Walla Walla, Washington. Will make her first appearance into tonight's action. Randich with the ball. Shot clock down to 15. Randich penetrates. Now caught up. Feeds it back to Maldonado. Shot clock at 10. Goes to Randich. Now she's got a 3 on the way, but it won't go. And it's almost saved at the baseline by Kennedy Cartwright, but she couldn't quite get the tip in. So there's under a minute left to play here in the second quarter. Lady Warriors with the ball up by 15, 39-24. UP has cut it to 6, but gotten no closer. Breaking toward the hoop now is Weaver, and Weaver, that Madeline Dream Weaver, will be whistled and fouled as she broke toward the hoop. Should be at the free throw line shooting 2. Speaking of 2, that's only the second team foul here in this quarter against Providence. Weaver, 5'5" freshman, graduated from, well, she actually transferred or graduated from College Place High School. And she makes the front end of a 2-shot foul. She'll get one more. 46.9 seconds here in the second. Weaver at the free throw line for the Lady Warriors. Up and it's in. No full court press is put on by any team so far, so no pressure whatsoever. Lady Argos once again down by 17, 41-24 after 5 unanswered. They had cut it to 12 with the ball. Around the shoehorn, Karn, three-pointer, but no, rims out, not there. Rebound, Edmiston, and she'll give off now to Souvenir. 2-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. As Souvenir hits the timeline at 23. Works it right side wing as she feeds off to Weaver. Weaver will hand off now to Edmiston. The shot clock is down to 10. Now Souvenir, the floor general, looks up at the clock at 5. Wants to keep it herself. Sets for a three-pointer. Off the glass bank. Three-pointer bingo. Banks it in. 1 second left. Maldonado from half court. Oh, just under the rim as it doesn't go in. It was almost 10 at the end of 1. Now it is a definite 20 at the end of 2. Will it be 30 at the end of 3, 40 at the end of 4? You've got to stick around and listen in for that one. We have plenty of basketball, a full half to go, but we're going to take a break, a 3-minute break, and come back with the Benefis Health System halftime show. The lights are barely on because they've been shooting the lights out here from way past the three-point arc, both teams. As up at the Bill Valley Bank scoreboard, the Lady Warriors of Lewis Clark State College lead 44-24 over the Lady Argos of the University of Providence. We're back in 3 minutes. Don't go away after this timeout.
Fans are in their seats. The game is just about to begin. But wait, you can't make it to the game? Then go online to playonsports.com for Great Falls High and CMR games streamed across the state and around the world. Now friends and relatives that live across the state or around the world can watch all the action on a live stream. Star Radio in cooperation with public schools, keeping fans and communities connected. To subscribe, go to playonsports.com.
Hello, I'm Pam Nominson with Nominson Insurance. You may remember my dad since he started the agency 40 years ago. Through the years, Dad has always given me words of wisdom. In reality, all we have to give is a piece of paper and a promise. The paper being the contract, and the promise is to take care of people with home, auto, and life insurance. Yes, times have changed, but our promise hasn't. Call us at 452-8588 or stop by and visit us across from Dairy Queen on 10th.
Want to make your home a more comfortable place but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, they'll show you our full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits into your home budget. Because in this economy, who couldn't use a little more comfort? Carrier. Turn to the experts.
For over 30 years of commitment to Carrier, contact A.T. Clemens for a free estimate. 452-9541.
Fort Benson, where the West was born. With so much history to see, you're going to need a break. Visit the Clubhouse, a delicious local hotspot where all the best games, drinks, and food come together at one comfortable, low-key sports bar. Sit back and enjoy an ice-cold drink. Take a bite out of a Reuben, French dip, or a juicy burger. Just few of the local favorites. Take advantage of 2-for-1 drink specials, happy hour, and lunch specials. Weekdays at the Clubhouse in Fort Benson, where everyone is treated like a local.
McDonald's in Great Falls has 3 locations to serve you. And now with the newest McDonald's on the west side, it is a perfect location to keep you fed while attending your favorite sporting event. If breakfast is what you want, you can get it anytime, day or night at McDonald's. Looking for a job? Stop at any of the 3 McDonald's locations and check in with starting pay starting at $9.50 per hour. McDonald's in Great Falls, proud supporters of the sporting event. We would like to welcome you into the city as you participate in your sporting endeavors. McDonald's in Great Falls with 3 locations to serve you. We're loving it.
You've been working all day and you're meeting friends. Take it to the max.
The Max Sports Bar and Casino is the place to be for happy hour from 4 to 7 every night of the week. 4 to 7? Now that's a happy hour you can take advantage of with multiple drink and appetizer specials, or test your luck on any of their gaming machines. Enjoy happy hour from 4 to 7 or watch your favorite sporting event. All this and more at the home of the 45-cent wings, only at the Max Sports Bar and Casino inside the Heritage Inn.
Take it to the max.
Welcome, everyone, back to the McLaughlin Center here on the campus of the University of Providence, where the Lady Argos have run into a buzzsaw known as three-pointers taken and making by the Lady Warriors of Lewis Clark State College. High above courtside, well, not necessarily high above courtside, but relatively above courtside, sitting here on the graduation platform, if you will. Troy Mellinger, not only on News Talk 1450 KQDI Great Falls, but also, incidentally, on 97.5 FM and Network1Sports.com. And we can't forget our friends at KOZE, Lewiston, home of the Lewis Clark State College Lady Warriors. And hopefully it's a little bit calmer as far as the weather is concerned there, because on the other side of the Rockies here on the eastern side, it has been wicked all day today. Normally, Great Falls gets a gust around 43 mph. Well, almost double that here today, this afternoon, as several shingles have been flying everywhere. Watch out for that flying debris, because there has been a 77-mile-per-hour gust sustained at 38-mile-per-hour winds all day today, and they say it's only going to get worse before it calms down and cools off overnight, because as the sun sets, and which it just has since it's just after 6 p.m., things are going to cool off as if they did last year. The only difference between last year and this year when it comes to Groundhog Day, which is tomorrow, is the snow. If you remember, winter really official kicked off in the second half of winter last year. That came on February 2nd with a temperature drop 52 degrees in a matter of hours. And it was 5 weeks of solid snow. 4.5 feet of snow had to be dealt with in those 5 weeks. And that was pretty much it for winter. But again, it all began. Tomorrow, of course, it begins to cool off and calm down. And there's a slim chance of snow, but it won't be like it was last year with those 5 straight weeks but at least it will cool off and calm down into the 30s, if not the 20s, by Monday. We'll talk more on the weather coming up in a moment, but let's take a look at the individual scoring after the quarter by quarter, as the University of Providence found themselves down by 8 at the end of one, 18-10. And then the Lady Warriors of Lewis Clark State turned it up yet another notch to outscore UP 25-14 in that second stanza. And I should say 26-14 in that second stanza to lead now at halftime by 20, 44-24. Here's how the Lady Argos scored. They did receive 6 out of Parker Ezra. She's got 3 twos, no threes, no ones, for a total of a half dozen. Meanwhile, Kirsten Pimperton came off the bench at about the number 7 spot, had a 2 and a 3 for a total of 5. Her and Reed Hazard have the only threes, and we'll get to the team stats coming up in just a moment. Meanwhile, Jenna Randich, a 2, but she's 0 for 3 from three-point range. Bailey Cartwright, she's got 1, 2, and 1, 1 because she's 1 for 2 at the free throw line for a total of 3 points. And that's your roundabout scoring for the Lady Argos of Providence. Now for the Lady Warriors of Lewis Clark State College, 14 points from Kiera Burlong. She's a 6-foot junior from Columbia Falls, right here from MT, otherwise known as Montana. 14 double figures, leads all scoring in both categories. Jansen Edmiston, she's got a couple of deuces, a single tray for a total of 7. A couple of threes, a single 2 is Peyton Souvenir, and she banked in the last one for a total of 8. You've got Schroeder with a 3-pointer, total of 3. You've got Madeline Weaver with a couple of ones, 2 for 2 at the free throw line for a total of 2. Burland, 1 field goal and 2. Same thing goes for Nielsen. And then you've got Alexis Sikora, who was the 5'9" sophomore out of Joseph, Oregon. She's got a couple of deuces for a total of 4. So pretty much some balanced scoring on both teams. Nobody really running away with it. I mean, you've got Burlong with 14, but there's 7 other players that have put something through the rim. That's individual-wise. Team-wise, looks like Lewis Clark State, the Lady Warriors, are shooting 46% from the field. They're 14 of 30. They're 6 of 13. That's pretty impressive, actually. That's nearly 50% at 46.2. And incidentally, from the free throw line, they are 10 for 10 from the free throw line for 1,000% in the first half. As far as turnovers are concerned, looks like there's 7 on the board for the Lady Warriors out of Lewis Clark State College. Lady Argos from the University of Providence are shooting 28% from the field, a dismal 10 of 35. Worse than that, 3 of 18 from three-point range at 16.7, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. So they're getting there, barely at 2, but opportunities, they're only 1 of 2 for shooting 50%. Turnovers, same thing goes at 7 apiece. All right, we're going to take another 3-minute break. When we come back, we'll continue with the Benefits Health System halftime show here at the McLaughlin Center. We'll also take a glance at some of the action that not only took place earlier today, especially when it comes to some Broad of the Wild Lady Grizz hosting the Lady Cats basketball action in Missoula. But we'll also take a look at some of the action coming up later on tonight on some of these local radio stations here in town. We will do that and more when we continue in just 3 minutes. It's the Benefits Health System halftime show. And up at the Bill Valley Bank scoreboard, Lady Warriors out of Lewis Clark State's 44. Lady Argos out of the University of Providence 24. Back after this 3-minute timeout.
This community awareness message is brought to you by Sean's Off-Road. Sean's Off-Road asks, is your truck or SUV a little down? Well, Sean's Off-Road can help. A leveling kit or a lift just may be what it needs to give you and your truck or SUV the confidence you both need while you're spending the time off-road in the Montana wilderness. Sean's Off-Road, 2108 13th Street South. Off-road with confidence.
It's the Youth Orchestra Spring Concert, Sunday, March 29th at 3 p.m. at the Mansfield Theater. Call the box office for more information, 455-8514.
This is Mike Schneider with Jim Taylor Motors in Fort Benton, Montana. And I'm excited to announce yet another way we are raising the bar on what a car buying experience should be. The Pro-Certified Powertrain for Life program offers you peace of mind and security no matter how long you decide to keep your next vehicle. The Jim Taylor Motors family is excited to talk about this, so please give us a call at 622-5491 or visit us at our website, jimtaylormotors.com.
Did you know that Dooley's Diesel is your source for all your light truck needs? Whether it's diagnostics and repair or you want an increase in towing and performance capability, Dooley's has got you covered. They deal with the top companies in the industry for parts and accessories to bring you not just great products, but great pricing. Your exclusive Primrose product source is Dooley's Diesel, 2012 13th Street South, Great Falls. Learn more at DooleyDiesel.com.
When I first got here, I was struggling. No money, sleeping on a friend's living room floor. I know what it's like to need a hand.
Diana Johnson, Energy Share Coordinator.
Now that I work with Energy Share, I get to help people pay their winter heating bills. I don't care if you're a veteran, a senior citizen, have a family, or are single. Energy Share is here to help.
If you need help with your home energy bills, go to EnergyShareMT.com. Brought to you by Energy Share and this station.
Oh, honey, I've missed you so much. I thought about you every night, and I just wanted to tell you I love you.
Awkward. Wow, I'm a bit shocked. I've never heard that on a first date.
Oh, sorry. I was talking to my lobster Alfredo.
Check, please!
This Valentine's Day, find tasty love at Boston's with their special Valentine's Day menu, February 12th through the 15th. Start the honeymoon with their famous cactus chips and shrimp dip. When things get serious, their lobster Alfredo, Cajun shrimp platter, and chicken Marcella will make you say I do. Then share a salted caramel vanilla crunch cake or a Cheesecake Factory tuxedo mousse cheesecake. Surely this will make your Valentine's Day sweet. Boston's, 1101 7th Street South, next to Big O Tires.
It's the Benefis Health System halftime show here on News Talk 1450 KQDI, 97.5 FM, KXGF, and I should say KQDI Great Falls. Meanwhile, we're also heard on KOZE Lewiston, home of the Lady Warriors of Lewis Clark State College. That's right, Cozy FM. As we come back to the Benefis Health System halftime show, there's already been a matchup to talk about. It went down into overtime, and it was the upset where the Lady Bobcats out of the Montana State University from Bozeman defeated the Lady Grizz right there on their home court in Dahlberg Arena, Adams Fieldhouse, by a final of 66-61 when it comes to the University of Montana Lady Grizz basketball. That was incidentally heard on our sister station, and one of the reasons that we're on News Talk 1450 tonight is because it's the Brawl of the Wild on the basketball side of things. It's the men's turn beginning at 7 p.m., so we're coming up on a pregame show here in about 10 minutes. We'll try to keep you up to date on that, especially if you want to listen into this matchup, but quite a matchup we have so far, as it'll be a long road to hoe for the Lady Argos of the University of Providence facing the Lady Warriors of Lewis Clark State College as they're down by 20, 44-24. That's right, the Montana Grizzlies will be hosting the Montana State Bobcats in men's basketball tonight, 7 p.m. tip-off. You can hear that game, incidentally, on either of our fine Star radio stations, which, incidentally, are Fox Sports Radio. That's AM 1400, 98.3 FM, or you can tune into 102.7, which is KINX. So either way, check it out or listen right here for these two ball games. Not only this one, but we've got the men to follow, and we'll keep you up to date on that. Otherwise, there's plenty of action to look forward to a little bit later on when it comes to some prep hoops. There's plenty to go around, especially you take a look at the ball games that took place where it was a big win for CMR, incidentally. CMR with a big win over Belgrade earlier today, both the boys and girls, as Lady Rustlers and CMR did win on the road and at home. There are games to look forward to coming up a little bit later on this week. First and foremost, you've got the Lady Argos and men at Rocky Mountain College this coming Thursday, and that's a 5:37:30. Meanwhile, it's Great Falls High and CMR taking the triangle trip. They take on Billings and then Bozeman this coming Friday and Saturday. So the triangle trip is on its way. As we're about ready for the second half to begin. As we get ready, there's the official whistle, and we are underway here in the second half of play. Lady Argos with possession, down by 20, 44-24. They're going from left to right on your radio dial and your screen if you're listening and watching on the UP Lady Argo. The Lady Argonaut, incidentally, website. Shots up, and it's going to be blocked, finally blocked by Nielsen, as Bailey Cartwright had one of the miss and then the second one blocked after that offensive rebound. So that's how the first possession starts here in the second half for UP. Shots up by Burlaug. Nice little jumper from the right side free throw line. A barrage from Burlaug. Lady Argos with the ball down by their worst deficit. They're down 46-24. They're trying to work it inside the lane, but they can't get anything to drop inside or out. Oh, there's a three-pointer bingo by Randich. Speak of the three not dropping, there was a tray. What do you say for more? Just into the second half, barely into the third quarter. Both teams have scored on the last possession, and Bergslaws wants to answer for a three, but it comes up short. Front of the rim, rebound Bailey. Bailey Cartwright down court to Randich, who just hit a three. Cross court it to Kennedy. She wants another three-pointer, but it rims out no good. Rebound Parker Ezra. Puts her shoulder into it. Now Bailey Cartwright's fighting for it, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds off the leg of Burlage. So it'll be Lady Argo basketball, left side of the bucket baseline, and Kennedy Cartwright will inbound. 8:42 on the clock, just barely into the third quarter. Bailey inbounding. No, that's Kennedy inbounding to Bailey. She'll kick it out to Maldonado. Maldonado for the Lady Argos. Nice little pull-up jumper. Got the bank to go in. That's Maldonado, who averages double figures. That's her first field goal. She's a total of 2. Could be a big difference in this ball game, as she's had a tough time throughout. Baseline, kicking it to Burlage. She goes out top side to Souvenir. She'll penetrate. Now feed left wing. Shot clock down to 10. Top side to Surveyor. Dribbles inside the lane. Ball's going to be whistled and a foul as Maldonado came up with a steal. And that steal will keep it in the hands and a fresh 20 now for Lewis Clark State College. Crowd didn't like that whatsoever. Thought she got away with a clean strip. But there was too much skin. You can't win. Here goes Edmiston for a three in the corner. Not there. Rebound Maldonado. Maldonado will keep it herself, no outlets. The dribble and drive, nope, the pull-up. Now alley-oop inside to Parker Ezra, no dribble on the floor. Now count it, no, they're gonna say a jump ball. So not only was Parker Ezra denied the 2 and the 3-point play, but also possession. What a great defensive move that time by the Lady Warriors. They got everything out of that. So here comes Souvenir. Swing pass, right wing to Nielsen. Now deep in the corner, here comes Edmiston, three-pointer bingo! Edmiston's second three. He's got a couple of 2s to boot and a total of 10. Maldonado down by 20 again, 49-29. UP trying to get a rally, but it might be too early here in the second half. Maldonado looking for somebody to come out, finally does so, it's Bailey. Bailey on the right wing, back to Maldonado. They're gonna let her shoot, no. The middle's open, can't get anybody to go, so Maldonado takes it herself. It's gonna be a rejection, but then Ezra gets that one to go, and she'll be shooting for 3. Ezra fought her way through that one. 7:10 on the clock here in the third quarter. Whistling the foul on Nielsen. That's her second. First team foul here in the second half. Ezra gets the free throw to go, and it's a 3-point play. Lady Warriors up 49-32. Inside the lane, nice at Edmiston. She can't turn around from the free throw line, so what does she do? She sends it out to Souvenir for a three-pointer bingo. Wow, that's 3 threes in a row for Souvenir. She's yet to miss on her last 3 field goal attempts. And 2 of those were in the first half. Lady Argos again, down by 20, 52-32. As here comes Kennedy, feeding over to Maldonado. Maldonado, back step for 3, no. Inside to Ezra, back to Maldonado. Her three-pointer, no. Rebound Bailey, one dribble, then puts it up. There's Ezra, she'll lay it up and in. Lady Argos are getting some second and 3-time looks. As now here comes the Lady Warriors. Oh, pump fake that time by Edmiston. Dribble and drive, and it lays it off the rim. Edmiston style, the lane open, went in, then dropped in the deuce. Both teams, again, playing even-steven here to opening up the second half. 6:05 remaining in the third. 54-34. Each have scored 10 here in the opening minutes. Now, here comes Kennedy, three-pointer bingo! Kennedy Cartwright. Her second three, first of the second half. Lady Argos once again fall back into that sagging man-to-man defense. As Randage comes out to meet the ball, Edmiston looks left. Now she goes right, finds Nielsen. Inside the lane to Johnson. Johnson kicks it to Souvenir. Oh, wide open on the baseline. Oh, pump fake that time by Berlage. She can't get the shot. Shot clock at 7. Now shots off the rim. Ball tipped out of bounds. They're going to say a fresh 20 for the Lady Warriors. Here comes Pemberton now. Pemberton in for UP. Randage will come out. Randage, incidentally, she's got the left knee brace on. Meanwhile, Molly Schmitz with the right is not dressed out for this evening. As the shot comes out now, top side as she goes to Johnson. Johnson feeds it up to Nielsen. Nielsen, dribble and drive. Tries to go up underneath for the reverse layup, but it's going to be tipped into the hands of Berlage. Now she goes to Johnson. 9 on the shot clock. Berlage. She'll give it up to Nielsen. Nielsen backs away at 4. Nielsen penetrates in. Nice little hop step. Lays it up too short. Rebound, Maldonado. Down court, Maldonado. As she feeds off baseline to Kennedy. Kennedy just knocked out a 3, but they're going to say she stepped on the baseline. And it'll be a turnover against the Lady Argos. 5 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. We've got an immediate timeout. Let's take the break. Up at the Belt Valleybank scoreboard, it's the Lady Warriors 54, Lady Argos 37. Back in 60 with more after this timeout.
There's a great story of a paralyzed young man and his friends bring him to Jesus. And Jesus looks at the kid and says, "Take up your bed and walk. Your sins are forgiven," which really irritated the religious heat of the day because it wasn't so much that he was healed, it was that he was able to forgive him of sin. I think the point was this. Jesus said, sin is what paralyzes you. What paralyzes you? What keeps you from moving forward?
Not a message, just a thought from Solid Rock Bible Church.
This community awareness message is brought to you by the New Lobby Bar. The New Lobby Bar reminds you that football season is on, and the bar is open on Sundays through the football season. There's new booze and new beers to try, so head to the New Lobby Bar, downtown Great Falls.
It's called Sail On. It's the Beach Boys Tribute. It's one show only Thursday, February 20th, beginning at 7:30 p.m. at the Mansfield Theater. Call the box office for more details or for tickets. The number is 455-8514. That's 455-8514.
Welcome back to the McLaughlin Center here on the campus of the University of Providence. As we come back to live action, 5 minutes remain here in the third quarter. And the Lady Argos have actually outscored the Lady Warriors by 3 here in this third stanza. But they're still down by 17, 54-37. Free throw line, trying to take the shot, Berlage, and no, won't go. Rebound goes to Bailey Cartwright, looking for someplace to go. Outlet pass over to Maldonado. Here comes Maldonado down the left side. Stands right in front of the Argo bench. Now drift off and find Pemberton. Pemberton will take it top side on the dribble. Works it inside, trying to go inside the lane to Teskey. Now she gives it up to Kennedy. Kennedy's three-pointer comes right back at her. Stepping in front of Souvenir. Down court, here comes Edmiston. She's going to take the one-handed one-step toward the hoop, and Edmiston didn't give up and fought her way through the pressure. Lady Argos back down by 19, 56-37. Around the horseshoe, it's Kennedy. She's missed her last 2 threes after making one to start off the second half. Goes to Maldonado, takes the screen from Teskey. Feeds to Kennedy, shot clock now to 12. Kennedy off the screen. Feeds inside to Teskey. She'll have to kick it out, does so. Pemberton's three-pointer, bingo! Pemberton with another 3, cuts it to 16, 56-40. Here come the Lady Warriors. They've got the lead at the 3:36 mark here in the third. Johnson penetrating, puts up the one-hander, no good. She went head-to-head against Bailey. Tried to get number 3 on her, but Bailey didn't go for it. Pemberton, Bailey, left side to Kennedy. Kennedy, pump fake for the 3, takes it in for the 2, won't go. There's Bailey, lays it up and in. Bailey Cartwright now with 5 points. She's just 10 points away from 1,000. Feeding inside to Berlage. And Berlage will be fouled from behind. Teskey tried to get the denial on the pass down low. And that'll be team foul, I believe, number 2 this quarter, number 1 on Ellie Teskey. Teskey, incidentally, will stay in. But coming out will be Kennedy Cartwright. Back in is Reed Hazard. Inside to Berlage. Takes it right up around everybody else. Right around Teskey. Berlage now with 18 points on the night. Puts the Lady Warriors up by 16, 58-42. Under 3 left to play here in the third. There's Maldonado. Looking over the defense. Sees it's 2-3. Left side now over to Hazard. Hazard wants to take a screen. One-handed to Pimperton. Pimperton back to Hazard. Now to Maldonado as they work it right around the arc. Drawing a double team on the left wing. Maldonado sets herself for a tray. Nope, not this time. Here comes Berland. Berland. Outlet pass over to Farmer. Lady Warriors have it. Berland and Farmer. Farmer left open. Berland now left open. Goes baseline. Cut off. Puts the shot up and in. That time Berland had Teskey right in her face, but she pulled up. Took a step back and dropped it in for 2. 18-point difference now. 2:15 on the clock in the third. Lady Argos down 60-42. Feed down low to Bailey Cartwright. Oh, it's tipped out of her hands. Berlage comes up with it. Down court to Berland. Berland will wait for the trailers, and here they come. Lady Warriors will set up offense. Just under 2 left to play here in the third. Couple of players ready to check in now for UP. Dribbling is Farmer. Farmer has it stripped out of her hands by Bailey Cartwright. Bailey to Maldonado. So UP gave the Lady Warriors one shot, and that's it. Bailey Cartwright takes it all the way up, and no, it won't go, but she'll be at the free throw line shooting 2. 1:42 on the game clock. That'd be kind of silly if it were on the shot clock. As Teskey will come out, Ezra back in for the Lady Argos. Burlong will get a rest as well. And back in for the Lady Warriors is Sikora. That's the second personal foul, incidentally, on Edmundston. Free throw line is Bailey Cartwright, and she dribbles this one over the front of the lip and in. Mr. First has 2 in a row now, and she'll get one more. Bailey Cartwright, her shot is up. Her shot is backspin, up and in. She will come out, gives a low 5 to her younger sister, Kennedy. So one Cartwright out, one Cartwright in. 1:41 remaining here in the third. Lady Argos down by 16, 60-44. Lady Warriors with the ball is Farmer. Farmer on the dribble. Feed to Sikora. Sikora looking for some place to Berland. Berland, shot clock at 15. Spin move inside the lane. Gets a double help team, and it won't go. Rebound into the hands of Maldonado. It's tipped out to her. Keeps it herself, no outlets. All the way down court. Sets up for offense. Now she waves off. Gives to Hazard on the far side. Now to Ezra deep in the corner. Ezra double team baseline. Sets up Pimperton for a long distance three-pointer. Not there. Ball taken out of the hands. Berland comes up with it for Lewis Clark State. LC State with the ball. That's Farmer across the 10-second line. Shot clock at 20. Game clock at 53. She has it now for the Lady Warriors. Works off the screen. Back step for 3, won't take it. No, inside the lane to Johnson. Johnson gets her man up, puts up a nice little floater, and it goes. Abby Johnson, 6'2 junior out of Kashmir, Washington. First field goal. Lady Argos again down by 18, 62-44. 30 seconds remain here in the third quarter. Lady Argos have it. There's about a 5 seconds difference in the game clock and the shot clock. We've got a whistle and a foul on the far side. That, I believe, is team foul number 3 this quarter against Lewis Clark State. And it'll be number 1 on Farmer. Lady Argos will inbound. Shot clock at 16 as they're working around the arc. Inside now to Kennedy. Back to Hazard. She'll dribble in. Pump fake. No. In between the legs, and she'll pick up the loose stuff with a shot clock at 7 is Kennedy. Over to Pipperton. Pipperton for a three-pointer off the back of the rim. Shot clock goes off. As Ezra puts it up, and she'll draw a whistle with a foul with 3.4 remaining. .4 remaining here in the third. Randage getting ready to check in now for the University of Providence, and she'll come in for Maldonado, who gets a Gatorade break at the end of 3. Also, Johnson coming out. Back in is Mohelhausen. As Ezra settles in for the first of 2 for UP. It's up, but it rims out. Ezra's had a 3-point play to open up the second half, but now she's 1 for 2 from the free throw line. She'll get one more now for Providence. It is on its way, and it hits the back of the rim, but running it down is Bailey. Check that. That is Hazard. Hazard now will be at the free throw line shooting 2. That's the 4th team foul this quarter, and it is number 1 on Berland. Hannah Berland, the 5'11" junior from Spokane, Washington. A couple of substitutions to wind down the third quarter in an 18-point difference. Lady Argos have actually outscored the Lady Warriors by 2 in this quarter. Reed Hazard now for UP. It is in, yes. Hazard her 4th point. She had a 3 in the first half. One more now for the University of Providence as Hazard gets the ball. She'll send this one, and yeah, it'll go first class as well. Inbounding with 1.2 will be Berlange. Long pass down court. It's on the floor and throwing it up that time was Farmer, but it couldn't go. So at the end of 3 up the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard, it is the Lady Warriors from Lewis Clark State College, 62. And the Lady Argos out of the University of Providence, 46. We're back in 60 after this timeout.
Hi, it's Steve Mann. Have you heard the commercials for the Mark Patrick Stop Smoking seminars? And they said only $49.99 and it could work for you. So I thought, that's not easy. So I went. And guess what? It did work for me. You know, my friends and family are still amazed. I quit smoking. I didn't have cravings, anxiety, or weight gain. Listen, I don't know how it works, but I know it works because I'm living proof, and it's 100% guaranteed. So what do you got to lose? I'll tell you what you got to lose. A very bad habit.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and stop smoking now without cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back. Only $49.99 guaranteed. Hypnosis designed to work without anxiety, irritability, or weight gain. For only $49.99. Become a non-smoker. That's right. Seminar Thursday, February 6th at the Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel in Great Falls from 8 till 10 p.m. Registration starts at 7:30. Weight loss seminar starts at 5:30. And stop smoking at 8 p.m.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Benefice Health System Game of the Week here on News Talk 1450 KQDI 97.5 FM. And also on Cozy, K-O-Z-E FM in Lewiston, Idaho. Here we are, final 10 minutes of play in this Frontier Conference matchup. Lady Argos coming in at 4-5, 2 games shy of the 6-3 Lady Warriors. Lady Argos, incidentally, they did outscore the Lady Warriors by a final of 22-2. Outscored them by 4, as a matter of fact, 22-18 in that third stanza. Lady Argos toss it out of bounds in their first possession. We'll open up the fourth quarter. Lady Warriors now with the ball. Setting is Berland for a three-pointer. Up short, hits the base board. And as it hits that baseline, it's a turnover against Lewis Clark State. LCS. So both teams turn things over basically with their first possession here in the fourth quarter. There's Maldonado. Swing pass over to Kennedy. Kennedy looks into Bailey. Bailey to Randage. They're working around the perimeter as they feed to Maldonado. She gives it inside to Bailey. Now sets herself. No, penetrates in. Kicks it out. Swing pass over to Kennedy. Kennedy around the shoehorn. Three-pointer. Not there, but there's Bailey Cartwright for a wide-open offensive rebound. Lady Argos have cut it to 14, 62-48. We're just a minute into this fourth and final 10-minute a quarter. There's Farmer. Top side to Berlange. Now she'll feed off to Edmiston. Penetrate, dribble and drive, double team. Looking for the give and go. A crossover move and a traveling call on the floor. She lifted up the pivot before she took the shot on the crossover move, and it's a turnover against LC State. Maldonado gets the inbound. Uncontested across the 10-second line as we're early on here in the fourth and final quarter. Maldonado looking for someplace to go. Finally to Kennedy. Kennedy looks off the three. Maldonado doesn't look it off. Three-pointer, but it's off the back of the rim. Rebound fought for, and a jump ball. Possession arrow stays at Lewis Clark State. Lady Warriors will have it. Off the jump ball, and Johnson back in the ball game now. Will give off to Farmer. And again, she'll be met up at half court, backs off. Farmer, swing pass now to Berland. She'll go to Johnson deep in the corner. UP in that man-to-man defense, not letting any distance between them and the ball. Berlage cut off baseline. Shot clock down to 10. Ball tipped out of bounds. Saved into the hands of the Lady Warriors. They've got 5 to shoot now. Farmer mishandles it with 2. 1 puts up the glass, no good. It would have been a violation nonetheless. Comes right back in the hands of the Lady Argos. UP with the ball. Cross-court pass over to Randich. Randich looks inside, nothing there. So UP will keep it out as they feed it into Bailey. Bailey, single coverage, nice spin move up and in. She's got 11. She's just 4 points away from 1,000 here tonight. That cuts it to 12. LC State up 62-50 with the ball. Shot clock down to 14. That's Edmiston. Give it off to Johnson. Johnson looks inside. Nothing coming across the lane. Shot clock down, in, up, and it won't fall. Rebound. Ezra fights for it. They're going to say Lady Warriors basketball. Here comes Harn, the freshman phenomenon of the ball game, as Kennedy Cartwright will exit. Also, Souvenir back in. She'll come in for Farmer. Souvenir had a big rest, end of 3, early 4th, hugging that Gatorade carton. Souvenir baseline to inbound, looking for someplace, kicks it out now. She goes to Berlage. Right back to Souvenir, deep in the corner. Nothing there. Falls on the ground, trying to dribble her way out of it. No, we're going to say a timeout was called to save possession. So let's take the break. 7:09 left to play up at the Milt Valley Bank scoreboard. It's the Lady Warriors 62, Lady Argos 50, back after the 60-second timeout.
Prepare yourself. It's the annual Red Tag Sale at Pete's Auto. Are you ready for 90 days till your first payment? Super low interest rates? Are you ready to save thousands off of retail? At Pete's Auto, we're taking all trade-ins. Our loss is your gain. This is our biggest event of the year. Every car is clearly marked and priced to move. Don't miss out.
Everyone is back in school, but Johnny has football practice, Jenny has piano lessons and dance class, and Jimmy has preschool outings. How am I going to get my kitchen finished? The summer flew by and now I'm too busy.
Have no fear. JD's Home Service is here. With over 10 years in home restoration experience, he can have your kitchen done in no time.
Oh, JD's Home Service. You're a lifesaver.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I don't eat candy. Let JD's Home Service be your hero. Call 899-2191.
Welcome back to the McLaughlin Center, courtside here, just above courtside, on the campus of the University of Providence, home of the Lady Argos, as they are down by 12, 62-50, and have been down by as much as 20. And that was at halftime. Lady Warriors with the ball. They had possession. Berlage dribbles it in. She has Ezra, takes her right up. No, won't go. Bailey Cartwright got the DB, looking for the outlet pass, keeps it herself. Being heavily guarded by Souvenir, so here comes the Lady Argos with the ball. With 6:51 on the clock here in the 4th. Ezra, free throw line, kicks it out to Harn. Now to Maldonado, inside I should say, inside to Ezra. Too far underneath, gets her own rebound, draws a whistle to foul. That's team foul number 1 against the Lady Warriors this quarter. And it's personal foul number 2 against Kiera Berlage. Ezra for UP. Rims out, no good. Ezra will be running laps now. She's 1 of 4. She's missed her last 3 from the free throw line. Ezra once again for the Lady Argos, only this time. Oh, comes off the front of the rim, so she's 0 for 2. The junior out of Kalama, Washington. And that was a calamity at the free throw line. Swing pass to Edmiston. Deep in the corner now for the Lady Warriors. Shot clock down to 15, trying to go inside to Berlage. Berlage feed into Souvenir. We're going to whistle at a foul on the floor on the denial. Maldonado may have picked up her first. That's team foul number 1 also this quarter for Providence, as Harn will come out. Back in as Pemberton. And Maldonado, by the way, just picked up her second. Souvenir now for the Lady Warriors. Kicks it out to Berlage, free throw line. Tries to dribble and drive. She's on the baseline. Gets a triple team. Somebody's open, and they finally get it to Edmiston. She penetrates in. Pull-up jumper. Won't go. Rebound. Cartwright. That's Bailey. Bailey to Maldonado. Down court. Randich back in the ball game. Goes to Bailey. Bailey gets her man moving, takes it all the way up, lays it in. One more field goal, it'll be 1,000 points. .550 remaining here in the ball game, and that was her 1,000th point as she just hit 15 tonight. 5:41, 10-point ball game. Lady Warriors shot clock down to 10. With the ball out in front court, it's Edmiston. Edmiston, 5 seconds. Still has it, sets up for a three-pointer. No, won't fall. Rebound, fresh 20 as Berlagi. Berlog sends it out in front court now for LC State. Sends it to Souvenir. 5:22 on the game clock. Shot clock now down to 10. Souvenir on the dribble drive inside the lane. Penetrates up, puts up the left-hander, won't go. Rebound, another whistle. They're going to say it was on the baseline, so the Lady Argos will get possession down by 10, 62-52. Maldonado now on dribble for UP. Randich gets the feed on the left wing. Nice bounce pass inside to Pemberton, but she's an outside shooter. So she'll kick it out now to Maldonado. Cross-court pass, Randich in the corner. Three-pointer, bingo! And we've got a timeout on the floor by the Lady Argos. Up at the Belt Valley scoreboard, 4:52 remaining. It's the Lady Warriors 62, Lady Argos 55. Back in 60 with more right after this timeout.
This is Mike Schneider with Jim Taylor Motors in Fort Benton, Montana. And I'm excited to announce yet another way we are raising the bar on what a car buying experience should be. The Pro-Certified Powertrain for Life program offers you peace of mind and security no matter how long you decide to keep your next vehicle. The Jim Taylor Motors family is excited to talk about this, so please give us a call at 622-5491 or visit us at our website, jimtaylormotors.com.
Hi, I'm Melissa Dascoulias, broker-owner of Dascoulias Realty Group here in Great Falls, Montana.
Dascouli what?
Dascoulias Realty Group.
Oh, like that's cooliest.
Right, that's cool with Dascoulias. If you have any real estate needs or are looking to buy or sell, reach out to myself or one of my fabulous team members or find us at thesingingrealestateagent.com. Well, I'm the singing real estate agent, bringing harmony to your real estate needs.
She could be some Saturday Night Slam, as right now we're winding things down. 4:52 remaining in this contest. It's the Lady Argos down by 7, 62-55, with just under 5 remaining. Head coach Bill Himmelberg calling a timeout after the three-pointer was made. That way, the Lady Warriors could not answer with a quick three. Bit of a Gatorade break. He does have, incidentally, 2 timeouts left, as head coach Brian Orr has 3 for LC State. As we're back in play, remember this is the first of a doubleheader tonight. The men's begin at 7:30 as Souvenir rolls to her right. Still on dribble now for LC State. Now she'll go top side. Shot clock out at 15. Souvenir on dribble, looks for the screen. Screens left. Shot clock at 10. Looks in low. Tries to give it up. Berlange looks up at the shot clock at 5. Takes it inside the lane. Now she's caught up. He's got to get rid of it. Feeds it left side. Off the glass and up and in is Berlin. And what an off-balance bank did she get on that one. Randich for 3. No, won't go. Rebound goes Lady Warriors. That was a quick look. Open 3 by Randich. And here come the Lady Warriors after that miss. Leading it by 9, 64-55. 4:02 remaining here in the quarter. Fourth and final quarter. Again, Souvenir burning up some shot clock time as they go inside the lane to Johnson. Johnson whistling a foul by Bailey Kennedy. Kennedy will pick up at least number 3. At least that's what I have her down for. So now at the free throw line will be Abby Johnson. She has 1 field goal. She's the 6'2 junior from Kashmir, Washington. And this one up high. Arcing shot barely even nudges the nylon on the way down through. That makes it 10 and now 11. So just like that, after cutting it back to 7, it's been 4 unanswered for the Lady Warriors following that timeout. Randich, her three-pointer, not there this time. She's missed her last 2. UP gets the rebound. It's Bailey Cartwright. Takes her man up, crossover move, goes left, and ball's going to be tipped into the hands of Burlaw. Burlaw and a whistle and a foul. And that'll be team foul number 2 against the Lady Argos. Number 3, this quarter. And it's number 2, incidentally, on Kirsten Pipperton, who went for the steal. Not a shooting foul, just the third. Lady Warriors have it, leading it by 11. 3:27 on the clock, fourth and final quarter, up 66-55. On the far side at Edmiston. She'll dribble in, double team, no place to go. Baseline, throws up a prayer, and it's answered, amen, as Pimperton picks up her third personal. And that'll be at the free throw line as Jansen Edmiston. Here she is. 3, make that 4 twos and 2 threes. And she's got her singles coming up one at a time. The first one up, and no, won't go. 5'9" junior out of Hermiston, Oregon. So Edmiston is out of Hermiston, who plays out of Lewiston. That's a whole lot of ton. This one up and in as it drops in. And she gets that one to go, and it's now, as she goes 1 of 2, a 12-point game. Now we have a whistle and a foul away from the ball. It's a set screen down low. Stops the clock at 3:08 remaining here in this ball game. Lady Warriors up 67-55. It's the second team foul here in this quarter. UP to inbound. Pipperton looking for someplace to go. Off the screen. Kicks it out front court to Randich. Lady Argos have the ball down by a dozen. 3:05 remaining. Pipperton, her three-pointer, not there. Rebound fought for, but on the floor was Bailey Cartwright, and she got tripped up by Ezra. Lady Argos will lose possession on that missed shot. And Souvenir now being told by head coach Brian Orr to work the shot clock for 1 and get a nice shot off for 2. Feed inside of Johnson. Johnson with the one-hander, up and in. Johnson right over the outstretched hands that time of Ezra. And Lady Argos are down by 14, 69-55 as they try to feed inside to Ezra. Kicked out now to Bailey. Bailey penetrates in, but it's stolen away, but she picks up her own loose ball. She'll take it all the way up, and she'll be at the free throw line shooting a couple, as I'm not sure whether that was the front or the back that was fouled. Do they call that one on Burlage or on Edmiston? And they call it on Edmiston. That is her third whistle. Team foul number 3. It's a shooting foul, so Bailey Cartwright, who right now is 3 of 4, she's made her last 3. Shot is on its way, yes. So Bailey Cartwright surpasses the 1,000-point mark. And at the 2:26 mark here in the fourth quarter, can cut her team back to 12. It is up and it is in. Lady Argos had the ball down by 7, and then that was 4 unanswered to kind of cool things off for the University of Providence. The Lady Warriors have really held their composure here late in this ball game. After being up by as much as 20 and now lead by 12, 69-57. Shot clock at 14. Souvenir, no hurry whatsoever to force it inside as it's down to 7. Inside the lane is Edmiston, shots up and in. She got a nice look on a mid-range jumper, and it's back up to 14, 71-57. 153, Bailey Cartwright, her three-pointers off its mark. Rebound, Edmiston is whistled and fouled, and that's team foul number 5 against the Lady Argos. And I think that might be Ezra. Let's see who they marked this one on, as Parker Ezra does pick up her third personal foul. We'll walk the length since that's number 5. At the free throw line, which is Edmiston, she missed her, well, she made her first out of 2. She went 1 for 2 her last time at the free throw line. She'll have 2 this time. It is up and it is in. She'll get one more, as getting ready to come back in is Nielsen now for LC State. Leads by 15, 72-57. This one on its way, and this one doesn't find the mark. Rebound goes to Providence. Here come the Lady Argos. Down court, Randich inside to Ezra. Ezra left-handed, can't get it to fall. And at the free throw line, she's had a tough time as well. As a matter of fact, she made her first, and she's missed her last 4 in a row. That first one made was a 3-point play to open up the second half. That's personal foul number 4 against Edmiston, and she will come out. Now back in is Jamie Nielsen for LC State. 1:40 on the clock, 15-point difference. Esrae definitely trying to cut into that one, and she makes her front end of a 2-shot foul. So she's 2 of 6, missing 4 in the middle. Trying to cut into that 14-point lead, and she'll do it this time as well. 72-59, Lady Argos down. 1:38 remaining. LC State Lady Warriors with the ball. Here comes Souvenir. Across the midline, then holds up out in front court as she works it around the rainbow. Burning the shot clock and the time off. Nielsen, Johnson, Souvenir. Shot clock at 14. Game clock at 1:21. Far side is Nielsen. She's got to get rid of it. Down to 7. Out front court, Nielsen. And a whistle and a foul with just 2 seconds on the shot clock. That's an ill-advised foul because the Lady Warriors would have to rush a shot off. Well played, LC State Warriors. That's some good patience and some great timing. Kennedy Cartwright will come out. That is number 4 on Pemberton. At the free throw line for the Lady Warriors. It's up, but it's in by Nielsen. Nielsen scores her first point not only from the free throw line, but also in the second half. Makes it 14. And now 15-point difference. LC State up 74-59, 1:12 remaining, and Nielsen will come out. Back into the ball game is Edmiston. Lady Argos, as here comes Maldonado. She'll bring it down court, work to the left. Q106 left to play here in the ball game as Randage on the far side will try to penetrate. Cut off at the free throw line. Nice baseline jumper, though. She gives to Maldonado on the back door. Maldonado held to just 4 points in this game. And we've got a timeout on the floor. So let's take the break. Up at the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard, 57.3 remaining in this contest. It's the Lady Warriors out of LC State 74. Lady Argos out of the University of Providence 61. Back in 60 with more after this timeout.
Join Mark Patrick Seminars and stop smoking now without cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back.
Totally changed my life.
It's amazing. I don't have any cravings. You want to quit, but have found it impossible? This is the thing for you. I have absolutely no craving. It's the darndest thing I have ever seen in my life.
It's not for entertainment. It's for results.
Do it. It works. Period.
You've tried everything else. You need to come and try this.
Only $49.99 guaranteed. Because don't just cut down, but stop smoking. In addition, lose all the weight 100% guaranteed with Mark Patrick Seminars. Let hypnosis destroy unwanted cravings and lose the weight. That's right. Seminar Thursday, February 6th at the Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel in Great Falls. Weight loss seminar 5:30 till 7:30 p.m. Stop smoking seminar 8 to 10 p.m. Registration 30 minutes before seminar. Info at markpatrickseminars.com.
As we come back to live action here at the McLaughlin Center on the campus of the University of Providence in Great Falls, MT, the Electric City, your super host. 40.1 seconds remain. Lady Warriors up 74-61. Lady Argos have the ball. Pemberton baseline. Kicks it out front court to Maldonado. Right back to Pemberton for a three-pointer, but it's off the mark. No good. Rebound fought for. Jump ball possession arrow in favor of Providence. So the Lady Argos will maintain possession underneath their own bucket. 34.8. Maldonado out in front court as Pemberton gets the ball in motion. And Maldonado left wing takes it inside the lane just to kick it to Pemberton. Top side three-pointer. Bingo! Pemberton hits the three, cuts it to 10, 74-64. Clock stopped at 27.3. Lady Warriors having trouble getting it inbound, so we're going to take the break with 27.3 remaining. Unless, of course, it is a 30. It is a full timeout. 27.3 up at the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. Lady Warriors 74, Lady Argos 64. Back in 60 with more right after this timeout.
Great Falls College, MSU, where it all begins. 3.5 million. That's the number of unfilled cybersecurity jobs worldwide by 2021. Great Falls College MSU is the place that can train you for one of the most important jobs in the IT industry, protecting against cyber threats. GFC MSU is flexible and affordable, and with 1- and 2-year degrees, it's where you'll finish faster so you can get out of college and into the workforce. Find out where it all begins. Visit gfcmsu.edu.
The Max Sports Bar and Casino is the place to be for happy hour from 4 to 7 every night of the week. 4 to 7? Now that's a happy hour you can take advantage of with multiple drink and appetizer specials, or test your luck on any of their gaming machines. Enjoy happy hour from 4 to 7 or watch your favorite sporting event. All this and more at the home of the 45-cent wings, only at the Max Sports Bar and Casino inside the Heritage Inn.
Welcome, everybody, to the final 27 seconds of this one. Lady Warriors are going to be quickly fouled. No, they're not. As a matter of fact, their last 20. They'll be out in front court. Lady Argos just putting on some pressure. There's no shot clock, and we've got a blocking foul against the Lady Warriors. Not quite sure just exactly how that turned up, but we've got a timeout on the floor, but we're going to keep it here. We're going to keep it here during this timeout with 14 seconds remaining. The Lady Argos for the University of Providence are down by 10, 74-64. Off the second personal foul on Peyton Souvenir. She, incidentally, had a player control foul as she went through a screen. And that picked up number 2, team foul number 5, but it's not a shooting foul because it was an offensive player control foul. As the men get ready to check in here to the McLaughlin Center, those two teams are coming up. Naturally, we will have a pregame show. We'll be talking about them as they matched up with a 90-71 big victory for LC State in Lewiston, Idaho, just a few weeks ago. But here, we still have 14 seconds left in this opener of the nightcap. I should say doubleheader, the nightcap coming up. And after the Lady Warriors were up by 20 at half and 20 midway through the third, the Lady Argos outscored LC State 22-18 in that third stanza to cut it to 16 and now have cut it to 10, 74-64. Now remember, the Lady Argos have not been any closer than 6 after being down 7-0. 14 seconds remain. Pemberton to inbound now for the Lady Argos. There's the whistle. Pemberton to inbound right in front of the Lady Argo bench. She'll kick it to Randich. Randich looks off a 3. They go to Maldonado, who sets for a long distance 3. It's off the mark. Final 7 seconds, and Souvenir will hold it in backcourt. No reason to take it across the 10-second line. Final 2-1. And Lewis Clark State will get the sweep 74-64 after winning it 61-60 in Lewiston, Idaho. So the Lady Warriors sweep the Lady Argos. They get game 1 of 2 in this doubleheader as we get ready for the nightcap. We are going to take a 3-minute break, come back, and wrap things up here at the McLaughlin Center for game 1. Don't forget the men's set to tip off at 7:30, so we've got about 24 minutes. Make that 26 minutes to go. Your final score, Lady Warriors out of LC State 74, Lady Argos out of the University of Providence 64.